doesn't make sense. Right now, the yield on those bonds should be 12 to 13%. But because we're buying all that, we're creating demand, that's why they stay low.
And they're doing that to keep the unemployment down, or?
Well, they're doing that to keep people smiling and happy, to keep the pretense of a recovery going.
Well, to keep the government solvent. Sure, because they have to service. Absolutely.
Yeah, the government has to be able to issue debt to keep going. We here in the United States, they're running what, $1 trillion deficit a year. So you have to pay for that. So you have to have an ever-expanding credit card line, credit limit.
I've heard that low interest rate is one of the reasons why companies are being valued so highly.
Sure.
Because you need an investment to make money. You got to have a place to put that money.
Absolutely.
At a good rate of return.
Yeah, absolutely. That's
who knows what.
That's why we're seeing these wild valuations on the market right now, because you have exactly right. You have to have a great return. But Utah, and I have a home here, and I love it here, and it's great. We visit here a lot. But Utah's got a big problem. Mormons. Utah's got a couple of big problems. The first one, but seriously, the two things driving the Utah economy right now are the housing bubble and the technology bubble. So two companies in Utah just got massive amounts of funding. Now, Aptas got $50 million, and they sunk a huge chunk of it into a new building. That is, for me, ultimately, when the economy corrects again, that's going to be the poster child of it. They're getting massive amounts of money from venture capital who get it for free from the banks. And then they sink it into a building, which does nothing to improve their products. Nothing. Domo got $250 million, and they'll probably make some silly mistakes as well. So we're financing the growth in this state by building houses and building tech bubbles. And both of those are going to end. Because once the liquidity dries up, those will fall on their face. So there are going to be issues ahead. But you know, as long as you're positioned properly, you can make a lot of money.
I think we can take one last question.
I had a question. Back to the gold and the gold bugs things. I think when you talk to anybody about inflation or money, I mean, it seems to me like the majority of people are in that camp. And it seems like educating them and convincing them that there's any alternative other than gold is going to be quite the feat. And so, me looking in the future, I see that in order for those, I mean, there's no, I mean, that you're going to see a merge between cryptocurrencies and gold. Do you see?
So the gold bugs, unfortunately, are perpetuating their own problem, right? Because if gold bugs would actually turn around and say, hey, you know what? The commodities bull market in precious metals is over for a period of time. If they actually got a little bit bearish on it, the price would drop. Now silver, anytime silver drops below $19, I'm buying it. Because silver, the real high point, I mean, it got up to $48, but that was only for the period of like 2 days. The real top recently, in my mind, was about $38 to $40. So typically you're going to see a correction of 50 to 60%. So just do the math, that's about $18 or below. So every time it goes below 19, I buy. Gold right now is around $1,300. So it's only corrected about 30% off the high. I think gold's going to correct even further. I think we'll see gold around $800 to $900 before it starts climbing again.
Do you think there could be a divergence between, because I don't know if you're familiar with the Ripple Singapore, but they claim to, you know, every 1 XAU is worth an ounce of gold. I mean, I'm just, in my own mind, I can see people around the world, you know, getting a vault, putting money in there and issuing their own cryptocurrencies, and could there be a divergence in the price between Wall Street gold and vault gold? So
I am very, very, very against any mingling of cryptocurrency and metals. We had an experiment here in the United States in the 19th century called bimetallism, and it ended really badly because they're completely separate products and they should float freely. The market should determine it. Fixing a rate of Bitcoin or whatever to gold is a really, really bad idea. Because then you have to, because let's say let's say, okay, let's say we say, okay, an ounce of gold is 1 Bitcoin, just for easy math, because I'm not as smart as you guys. So if, for whatever reason, gold suffers a massive correction, you have to start going in and manipulating, artificially manipulating the price of Bitcoin to maintain that peg. So it's a really bad idea. Let them both float freely and independently, and buy gold when it's a good time to buy gold, and buy Bitcoin when it's a good time to buy Bitcoin.
What about tying it to a currency like Canada did with mint, and then blow it off?
I don't believe in pegs.
It's got to flow, otherwise one will be driven into hoarding and the other one will
Right.
be overvalued. The overvalued one will circulate, the undervalued will be hoarded.
If I'm paid for the dollar, so let's just pretend it's not Bitcoin. Let's pretend, we get somebody to do sort of an off blockchain alt. And that alt, each coin is equal to a $1 hidden in some secret non-Swiss
Sure.
place.
Kenya.
But now, exactly, I'm over with Kenya, but now I have all my transactional benefits. I can have the immediacy, I can have the no reversible transaction, I can have the no fee, and I can do the whole thing on some friggin' public blockchain. What I don't have is volatility. And I'm not saying volatility is good or not, but I'm not in Bitcoin for stored value, and I'm not in Bitcoin for investment. I'm in Bitcoin for a different reason.
But what happens if, so let's say the dollar.
What after the dollar goes away?
What happens if, like what happened in the UK in 1992, when there was a run on the pound?
Sorts.
Yeah.
Brother, I gotta tell you, what happens if the big boy goes wrong in any world? What happens if we have another World War III?
Sure.
What if we have, the what ifs are out there all the time? And I'm not gonna equate myself to the gold market because it's about 1 million times the Bitcoin size. So the coin, the gold traders, the real ones, not the ones who thought, I was in gold before I was there. We're small potatoes. But to be able to be a currency of value to people, as opposed to a currency of people want to speculate and make money on.
Sure.
That's what I'm here. So I get what you're saying. Well, the dollar could go to hell. Well, fine. So could my mom.
Right.
But gosh, anything can go to hell. Antarctica's about to go to hell.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I personally probably wouldn't invest in any cryptocurrency that's pegged to a precious metal or to a currency.
How about free mind balance, like Ripple's trying to be?
But I mean, there's going to be a lot of opportunity out there. There's going to be a lot of market space. Like I said, I think we're probably quite a ways away from Bitcoin or cryptocurrency becoming a Main Street currency. I think we've got to get that merging of technology and Wall Street first. But once that happens, we're going to see it as a secondary market, right? So people will have a little debit card or credit card that is denominated in Bitcoin, but they're still buying in dollars. We'll see something along those lines for probably a period of time. And then if we have some kind of crazy economic or global event, then who knows what will happen.
So I just one thing on that. I see the dollar is variable. It doesn't stay the same.
Right.
It's valuable all the time. And just recently, Bitcoin itself has been very stable. I mean, it hasn't moved at all. I want it to go up, but it's not going up.
You were playing long enough in the space to remember November, right?
Yeah, that's right.
I
remember November.
We've gone from 550 to 450. That's a shit 20%.
I'll always remember November till the day I die.
That's right. The dark days. We were there.
Yeah, that's right.
But that's still a massive 20% in 1 month. That's a massive change. We're not seeing a stability that is providing me any comfort to people other than Overstock is only going to be there for fun, and they're going to unload off a Coinbase before they even see the Bitcoin. Bitcoin never makes it to Overstock. I hope you guys know that. Bitcoin goes to Coinbase and they offer it.
They're holdings.
You've got what he's holding only, but in terms of the transactional moves,
They're holding and buying.
Overstock and buying.
Overstock has changed his tune because the deal he has, I know, with Coinbase is that actual transaction goes through Coinbase and they offload it. So they made a decision, which would be Johnston.
Yeah,
They made a decision as to hold now.
No, it's tiny. It's tiny amounts.
It's not like they're doing a shitload on the net anyways.
But
What do they do? $1
you know,
million in 3 months?
It may grow, but again, going back the conversation around Amazon, eBay. Once we have game-changing events like that,
I'm with you, I agree.
the whole thing changes.
Mhm.
Once you have somebody comes in and puts $1 billion into the market, these are all game-changing events, and that's where we're heading to. That's why I say, right now, people say, oh, it's like 1992 with the internet. I disagree. I think it's like 1982 with the internet. We're just barely figuring stuff out.
But it is going faster than the internet.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But it's very, very early days. And the thing with technology is, I think it was Mills, the philosopher, said, the impact is far greater than is expected, but the timing is far slower. Right? So I'm sure back in November we all thought, Bitcoin's about to collapse, the IMF, the Fed. No. It's going to take a lot longer, but the impact is going to be much, much bigger. So don't sell your Bitcoin unless you're going to buy it back again. Get your Bitcoin companies going, because this is going to be an enormous space. It's literally going to touch everything that the internet touches and more.
Thank you, Carl.
So now is free time to network and chat with people. We got this room till 6, so enjoy.